Alright. I just took maybe 5 videos of me saying the same thing. I'm already feeling like I can't do this. And it's only because I haven't done it in a while. Yeah, so happy 4th of July to those that celebrate, and happy New Year to everybody, because I have not made a video since last year. And yeah, that's why I'm feeling like I can't do this right now, but I'm going to push myself because I know I can. I hope everybody's had a great start to their 2024, straight first 6 months. I hope it sets you up for whatever the next 6 months is supposed to bring. I hope the first 6 months were used to prepare you, and I know it hasn't been the easiest for me, so I know it probably has not been the easiest on everybody, but you're still here, you're strong, and you can make it. Yeah, so with that, I really just want to, one, give a rundown of what the first 6 months of my 2024 has looked like, and two, kind of explain what exactly I am healing from. So yeah, I'm just gonna give y'all like the major points of my 2024. I didn't, as you see, I don't have any notes with me. I'm kind of just talking off the top of my head because my son stayed the night with his grandparents, and I said, if I don't record now, I'm never gonna record. So I pushed myself to get up this morning. I took a shower. I started recording in that chair over there, and I was like, don't like that. So I went to get this chair from my living room. Bruh, big mistake. It was like, I had the hardest time getting it through the door. I sweated through the dress that I had on, so then I had to everything. And yeah, I'm sitting down here trying to record, and my nerves are getting the best of me, so. Okay, so I just want to put out there that I started 2024 with a positive mindset, okay? I spent New Year's Eve at my parents' house, so, you know, not turned or anything, but I spent it intentionally. I did a couple, you know, intentional things to get my brain ready for 2024, and I felt good. I enjoyed my night, so, you know, I had a very positive mindset for 2024 when it started. And then January 1st, my car breaks down as I'm driving to pick up groceries, and I was like about to be at the intersection going into the grocery store, but not quite turning yet. So yeah, I had to push my car into a freaking parking lot that was on a freaking hill. So I ended up pulling my arm muscle. I took the next 2 days off of work. Like, it was just a very rude awakening to 2024. I still don't think I deserved that, but I can at least laugh at it now. But yeah, so that's how 2024 started for me. And also, like, just in that time frame, there was a lot of uncertainty I had in the air, really mostly surrounding my career and my job. Like, I knew I did not want to stay at the job I was at. And I started questioning myself in the tech space, and like, is that even what I want to do? Is that where my passion lies? So I was doing a lot of deep diving around that time, and you know, a lot of things were shifting for me. A lot of the relationships in my life were shifting, and so it was an uncomfortable would be the word I would give for the start of 2024. I lost my grandmother late January, and we buried her the 2nd of February. So that's not easy, of course. So around the time I lost my grandmother, I started doing just a lot of deep digging into my childhood traumas, trying to figure out exactly why things went the way they did, and not to like try to correct them or, you know, shame or judge me for them, but to kind of look at them through a different lens, you know, have a different perspective. One, with more of an open heart than I used to have. So yeah, that was a tough time, but it was absolutely a needed time. In March, I celebrated turning 28, and I also had the opportunity to go on a healing intensive, which was a 4-day overnight, gathering. I was with a group of women. It was a rather small group. I think it was 5 or 6 of us, and I got a good group. They were all amazing women. And they took our phones during the time we was there. I think that was one of the hardest parts. Yeah, I liked being, it was hard being away from my phone. It was hard not having the option to grab my phone when I wanted to, especially with it really being like, me and Zeke don't leave each other a lot. So that was hard, but everything we did was great. We really dug into our childhood traumas and also like learned about what trauma does to the brain, and spent some time with animals, connected with ourselves, connected with each other. So it was a great experience, and that happened for me in March. In April, I went to Dreamville for the 3rd time, solo for the 3rd time. And although I did not want to go solo, my cousins, y'all gonna watch this later, so my cousins were supposed to go with me, and it just, everything fell through. So I was kind of disappointed, but honestly, it was the best time I ever had solo. So I can forgive them as long as we all go next year. I'm not playing with y'all. But yeah, so in April I went to Dreamville, and I also have family that live in North Carolina, so I was able to connect with them and spend some time with them, and that was really nice. My great-grandmother transitions in May, early May. My son turns 3, and we go to Atlanta to celebrate my little cousin Kennedy and Brianna graduation, and that was a lot of fun. Giving my son, we didn't really do much for a birthday party, just a house thing, but still like a birthday he can enjoy. Give him a nice birthday, and then going to Atlanta that weekend kind of was just a nice consolation prize for losing another grandmother this year. But yeah, in June, my mom had her mastectomy, and we're early July now. She's still healing from that, but that has been my year so far. And through the course of it, I'm still trying to figure out where exactly I want to go. Next steps in life. It started as me just contemplating my career to like, okay, what am I doing with my life? Because it all go hand in hand. So a lot of deep diving and trying to figure out there, like, this where I'm going from here. And what do I really want to be doing? What am I passionate about? A lot of dissecting my relationships. I'm a different person now, so it's like not all my relationships are going to stand with who I am now. Who the person I was and the person I am now, we have different standards and different boundaries. So I had to evaluate that and cut off accordingly, which is, not fun. There's a reason you hold on to these people. You love them, or you may be attachment to them, or you guys have similar grief. There's trauma bond. Regardless what the why is, there is typically a reason why you're still holding on to people. So it's never easy to have to kind of cut people out of your life. And I feel like that has been a lot of my first 6 months of 2024. I said I referred to 2024 as my easy year, or my year of ease. And 7 months into 2024, I wouldn't call it that. I wouldn't even say that. And it hasn't been the hardest year. Like, I've definitely had good moments this year. I've been the happiest I've ever been this year. I'm rediscovering myself. I am, living. I am living, and it's been a while since I've been able to do that. So it has not been a bad year by far, but I also wouldn't call it an easy year. There's been a lot of frustration. My therapist called it my year of grief, and I would say, yeah, to an extent, That is a good title for it. Obviously, I lost 2 grandmothers, and me being the oldest daughter, that puts a lot of pressure on. I know my time is coming up. It's time for me to start holding down the fort in the family. So, yeah. I got the physical grief. I'm grieving my grandmothers. I'm grieving my childhood. A lot of times I was able to go off and be by myself, like for the trauma extensive, for Dreamville, and even in Atlanta for a bit. I got time to like be away from Zeke and just be me. And during those times I felt grief. I felt grief for the girl I was before I became a mom, the freedom. All my earliest 20s freedom, I am grieving as we speak. I've been grieving a lot this year. Grieving the relationships that I did have to cut off. So yeah, a year of grief, but so far, I don't know what the next 6 months are going to do for me. Hopefully it's not continued grief. If it is, I trust God's plan, but hopefully the tears that I've cried through the grief sowed the seeds for the rest of the year, and that it's a year of growth for me. But yeah. And next I wanted to touch on like what exactly I am healing from, because I have referred to I've referred to this channel as my healing channel, and I talk about the healing that I'm going through. So I just want to give the people who are watching just a better idea of what exactly I am healing from. In short, I am healing from postpartum depression and heartbreak. Yeah, postpartum depression had me bad, and it was dark, it was scary, it was lonely. I feel like I isolated myself pretty bad, and I do that in depression all the time, but it felt a lot deeper in postpartum. And a lot of the time I was left alone to be a single mom, didn't have help from Zeke's dad, so that brought on a lot of heartache, a lot of pain, anger, resentment. So in short, on the surface, on the outside looking in, that is what I'm healing from. However, over the past 2 years that I've been on this healing journey, I'm recognizing that it is way deeper than that. I'm healing from everything. I'm healing from all the childhood trauma, the anxiety I've experienced since I was 5, the depression I fought since I was 12, 13, all of it, like all the self-hate, all the bullying that led me to hate myself, like everything, all of it. I am becoming more self-aware. I am becoming more gracious, more loving, and because I am able to look at myself through a different lens and have more compassion with myself, it has helped me to have more compassion with others, and see others through a different lens, but also have better boundaries, have better standards. So yeah, it is a complete healing. It is changing my life, and that's why I feel like I need to talk about it, because I know if it's changing my life, then maybe me talking about it, I could change other lives. And that's what I hope to do with this channel. Like I said in my first video, I've never really been a talker. I never talk much, so this is different for me. And you can kind of see how uncomfortable I am, how kind of fidgety I am. That's just what having anxiety from 5 years old to 28 will do for you. But in the past 2 years I've been healing. This is the best I've been with my anxiety. I have a much better handle on it. I don't feel depressed in this moment. I've been able to kind of crack down on my depression head on, instead of doing all the things I used to do, giving in to all my vices and all my toxic coping mechanisms. I'm able to be upfront with myself, keep it real, kind of see that I'm depressed and get to the root of it so that I can solve it. So I'm healthy. I'm healthy, and I don't think I've ever been healthy. So I want to help other people get healthy if I can. So thank you guys for tuning in, for supporting me on this journey. Since my last video, I had about 2 to 3 people reach out to me and just try to motivate me to keep going. And I want y'all to know I really appreciate that. Like, that means the world to me. And even you taking the time to watch these 30-minute videos of just me talking means the world to me. Like, the fact that you guys are listening to me means so much to me. So thank you everybody for your support. Please, if you have any questions or comments, drop them so I can know what to make videos about in the future. I am really bad at making videos. Hopefully I'm setting myself up, like hopefully moving this chair in here is setting myself up to make more videos, because I'm not, after all that, I'm not moving it back out. So it's about to live in here. Hopefully I get a better routine where I can make videos more often. Like, it's kind of hard with Zeke. I'm gonna be 100. I'm a single mom and he is a wildy 3-year-old. He doesn't allow me to make videos often, but hopefully I develop a better routine where I am able to create more content. And yeah, please let me know what you guys want, and I will try my best to get on it. Thank you for tapping in. Peace.